Saints. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, set to get this one started. Off we go here in New Orleans. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready.
They'll run, and for the first time, it's Jonathan Brooks. And he is all the way down near the 20-yard line. A huge play right off the bat. 45 yards.
You talk about a big-time run right out of the gate. I mean, there was nothing special here play call-wise. He just found a crease, hit it, and he was off.
On first down is Young. He's got it at the 7. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal coming up. Tackle made at the 3-yard line.
It's been a really good drive so far. What I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
Brooks. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Now back at the 4 for 2nd and goal.
Ready. Black, smash, red. Set, cut.
Out of the shotgun. Young. The back of the end zone. He's got it. Canarella McMillan. Touchdown, Panthers. That touchdown gives him 18 on the season. No problem there on the extra point. Panthers will take a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
Real cool. They be on that rap to pay the bills. Now I'm finished, not even a little bit. Oh, Lord. Know yourself, know your worth.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10.
Set, ready.
Play action, Rattler, forced out wide, and he'll let it go deep for Johnson. And this will be incomplete.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
Black ultra. Black shot. Set.
On 2nd down, here's Rattler. And that is incomplete, but now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar.
Hey, hut.
On the handoff, it's Neal. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go. 60 red. 60 red. Go red.
On the ground is Kendra Miller. And he'll get about 4 on that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down.
runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Second and 10.
Set. Ready.
On the bootleg, it's Rattler. A pass taken in by Miller. Down the sideline. And he will score. Andre Miller. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, they get the running back out of the backfield, and Greg, we find him in the end zone. A touchdown pass.
Mike, we call those short throw, long run. It's every quarterback's dream. He's able to get the ball out of his hand to his intended target. And in this case, this guy, he does the rest.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchdown.
35-yard line.
Blaster. 6. Hut.
Off the play fake. Here's Young. Flush to his right. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Ryan proceeds in there to bring him down for his 7th sack of the year. Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
Come on. 6. Red. 10 black.
Back to throw. Young. He finds McMillan downfield. It's caught. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this just shows how special he can be.
On the double.
They'll come up here. First and 10.
Set.
Here's Young. They'll go right back to McMillan. Complete. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a first down with that catch.
Let's go. Ready.
On the RPO, he's going to keep it himself. And he will take this into the end zone. What a run. Bryce Young, touchdown Carolina. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. That one is going to hurt the defense. He's looking to throw, can't find anyone, takes off, and Greggy takes it the distance for an exciting touchdown run.
And these are the plays, Mike, that just drive defensive coordinators crazy. You have all of his targets covered up, nowhere to go with the ball, and next thing you know, he gets out of the pocket, takes it all the way with his legs. He's just as dangerous with those feet as he is with his arm.
Ryan Fitzgerald taking off for Carolina.
Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Ready.
We'll start the drive with Miller. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8
It's
on
a
the
gain of
ground.
9. Brings up second and a
Ball
yard.
on the 40 now. Here's second down and a yard.
Blue, black. Blue, 32. Set.
They'll stay on the ground with Miller. And he'll work forward for a yard, but that's all he needed. This is going to be a first down.
It's a gain of a yard. And the Saints, first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Red. Edo blue. Fury, yellow. Steel, black. Smash, red. Set.
Off the play fake, it's Rattler. Headed left, buying time. That one caught Devon Vele. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
A gain of 10 yards. That's another Saints. First down.
Yellow.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Red, cycle. Claws red. Hut, hut.
Here's Rattler on first and 10. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
14 more yards. That's another
Shot,
Saints.
17.
First down.
Black shot.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
First down throw for Rattler. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. He'll get it up 4 here as he is taken down. So after one, the Panthers off to the early advantage. More from New Orleans after this. Ball on the 30 now. Here's second and 6.
Here we go. Yellow, 22. Ready?
They'll run straight ahead with Miller. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Got to get this to the 25. Here's third down.
Set. Red, 38. Set.
Out of the gun, Rattler. Out to his right.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn it to a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
Sly's kick is good. And the Saints are back within 4 at 14 to 10.
Saints 10.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Set. Ready. Black 40. Black blue. Blue, go. Green gap. Ready.
On first and 10, here's Young. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Set.
Young Young quickly out to lead gap. He's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
A gain there of 27 yards. Set to go now on first and 10.
At the 25-yard line.
Young going to give it to Brooks. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the mark. Another first down.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Set. 52 blue. Set.
On the ground, they'll go with Rashad White, the back out of Arizona State. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7 at the 11-yard line.
Second and 7.
Black. Red. Cycle. Here we go. 10.
From the gun, it's Young. That one, taken in. Jalen Coker. Touchdown, Panthers.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mixing run, mixing pass. Results in the touchdown pass. Really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. You can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns. Man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Now return coming from the 7. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return.
On the set. Zone black. 33. Yellow. Ready?
They'll get it going on the ground with Miller. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. He was tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
A loss of 2.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Once again, it's Miller. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away well short of the first down mark. No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down.
Red 38. Black shot. Set.
They're going to go, and it's Rackler. He's got his man. That's Olave. And he's going to have the Saints first down. As this defense can't come up with the play they needed, they surrender a gain of 17 on fourth down.
10 at the 40-yard line.
Ready. Set.
A quick throw here on the RPO. It's caught by Johnson. And he's going to be taken down, but there is a flag on the field. You wonder if that was a push-off.
Set. Six smash. Red. Yellow.
Out of the shotgun, it's Rattler. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
Here we go. Here we go. Yellow. 40. Ready. Go. Blue. Go. Six. Mega. Ready.
They'll try to throw it again. Here's Rattler. Rolling right. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. That is a big gainer for the Saints. 31 yards.
10 at the 39-yard
From
line.
the 39, here's a first and 10.
Ready.
Getting the tight end involved in the run game here. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
Set. Ready. 33. Yellow. Ultra. Go ultra. Steal. Check steal. Ready. Ready. Drill green. Ready.
On first and 10, it's Miller.
He's out of bounds at the 11-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
Now it's second and 1. They'll run up the middle with Miller. And it's going to be first and goal coming up. Tackle made at the 5-yard line.
Gain of 6.
And with that run, it puts them on the doorstep of the end zone. This has been a really impressive series up until this point, Mike. I mean, so much that anything less than a touchdown kind of feels like a letdown.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal.
50. Grit. Hey, check mega. Hut.
Here's a run. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Saints. His second rushing touchdown of the year. Out comes Sly for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Saints are back within 4. It's 21-17.
Saints 17.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. On the return, here's Trevor Etienne. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Yellow, blue. Steal. Black. Down. Red. Cycle. Set.
Young to throw on first and 10. Swing this one out to White. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains. I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
Try again. It's second and 10. McMillan, the man in motion.
Yellow. 40. Set.
On second down, Young. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Tedero McMillan was the intended receiver. Now He'll look to throw it. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. And that'll be incomplete. They took their shot downfield. Now, let's check on the flag. The penalty yardage certainly helps. Now it's third down, and they need 5. Out of the shotgun. Young. Into the hands of McMillan on the slant. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9. Here's Ryan Fitzgerald to try the field goal. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. The Panthers going to turn things over to the field goal unit. That one is good. And the Panthers going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. Underway here on EA Sports. He'll start at the 4. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
At their own 22-yard line.
Ready up.
So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
Let's go now. 45. White. Ultra. Go ultra. Yellow. Zoom. Go zoom. Black. Ready. Ready.
Now it's Miller. Finding room at the 35. Still going. And he is gone. 78 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run plays to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 33. Yellow. 62. Blaster. Smash. Red. Steel. Black. Ready.
That's into the hands of the fullback. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. They get 11 and quickly pick up the first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. Jatavian Sanders was the intended receiver. And that will lead to a second down.
Red. Yellow. Set.
Back to the air, it's Young. Forced to his right, escaping the danger, throwing and completing.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Here we go. Ready.
Now Young. Oh, they try to go down the field with it, but it winds up incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down.
Green, yellow, 22.
They'll go. Young. He dives, and what a catch for the first down. It's a pickup of 14, and the decision to go for it pays off.
And that's a big-time effort on fourth down. He doesn't come up with this ball, Mike. They turn it over on downs, but instead, not only does he lay out and make a terrific catch, they get a fresh set of downs here and now see if they can finish this thing off and come away with some points.
Black open, slide through, green jack, 50, grip, ready.
Young to throw on first down. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Throwing on second down, Young moving to his right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
That's another.
First and 10.
First down. A gain of 13 yards. And the Panthers first
The
down.
RPO, that's out to McMillan. And the left first and goal is down inside the 10-yard line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
They've got it at the 8. First down and goal. Here's Young. He'll find his running back, White. And they'll get him down right around the 5-yard line.
Bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Come on, set. Yellow, 43. Ready.
On the ground, it is Brooks. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
So on second down, they try to hammer it in on the ground, Mike, but now on third and goal, I don't think you have any choice but to put this ball in your quarterback's hands and test this defense through the air.
Big play coming up. Third and goal.
Here we go. Yellow, red, 38, Edo blue. Watch out now. Red, green. Cut.
Back to throw. Young. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Catarella McMillan. Touchdown, Carolina. 2 more touchdowns for him here. Now 19 for the year.
The extra point is good.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
This one taken at the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30.
The Saints
Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line.
Right. Check. Set.
They run out of the gun with Miller. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. This running back's had a really nice day. So, in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
Here's Rattler now on second down. He'll swing this out to Miller. 15-yard pickup there. It's good for a Saints first down.
Anytime you have a running back like this, it's more about just how many ways can you get the ball in his hand. He's had a great game today so far on the ground. Now they're starting to find ways to get him the ball through the air, and that is a handful for any defense.
And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Ready?
On play action, Rattler. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Red, cycle. Fury, yellow. Ready.
Throwing on 3rd down, Rattler. And that is incomplete.
I say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. There's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down.
White.
They are going for it, and it's Rattler. He's got his big target. That's Johnson. And he is going to have a Saints first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving, and then some.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Down. 50, green. Ultra.
On the ground, it's Miller. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. From the 21, here's 2nd and 8.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Needle blue. Ready?
Operating from the gun, it's, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Black shot. Yellow. Zoom. Hey, blue.
On 3rd down, they go with Miller. And they'll get maybe a yard out of that. Not nearly enough. It'll be 4th down.
This is a spot you just love to be in as a defensive player. I mean, you've got him backed up so far. You're not really fearing any play call, let alone a run. Sit a couple of guys back, keep the ball from being thrown over your head. Everybody else track the ball, comes up well short.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Saints will cut the lead down to 4.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Brooks. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Watch out, 33. Yellow. Zero. Green jack. Flag blue.
A 2nd down throw for Young. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And 9 yards.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
to it now as we get to third down.
Right, 95. Ready.
From the gun, it's Young. That's into the hands of Jonathan Brooks. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout pass. Jonathan Brooks. Touchdown, Panthers. Fitzgerald now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Panthers will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ready, ready. Set, ready. Cut.
Off play action, here's Rattler. The throw left side, going to be intercepted. That's the linebacker, Christian Harris. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Takeover first and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Here we go, set. Ready.
They'll run, and here is Brooks. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
The sinker on the stop. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 28-yard line.
Again, it is Brooks. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. Have to get this to the 20.
It's now
Here's third down. Here's Young. He's got a man. That's McMillan. He has been busy. 9 receptions on the game in that one. A first down.
Okay, right.
Space getting tight here. Down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10.
Right, 97. Set.
Give inside. It's Brooks. And the Panthers are going to have first and goal. Good running. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
Go again from the 3. It is second and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
Set, cut. Cut.
Brooks. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1. Setting up third and goal.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. They're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's third and goal. Jonathan Brooks. Touchdown, Carolina.
Chester, sending love from a bass compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure.